to mundo fine, night train to the end. Running hard and running fast to meet my future and away from my past. Taking the gamble that cannot last. Night train to the end.
Hello, this is the Frater Night Show, and our article tonight is some good stuff. I'll warn you though, one of them I'll probably be making fun of fairly well, but this first one's good. It is Phantom Menace. Ghost hunters capture smelly 6-foot ghost at one of Britain's most haunted buildings. A crack team of ghost hunters say they've run into a 6-foot tall spirit that stinks of body odor. Actually, in my experience, when you deal with something like that, that can actually be a demonic entity. It could be, especially if they smell like rotting eggs and stuff. That's what it could be. Okay. The Hall is one of the oldest buildings in Bradford. Parts of it dating back to the medieval times, and lead investigator Dean Buckley said it is very active. Dean and his team of mediums, which includes his partner Veronica, toured the haunted halls late at night, evening, capturing some snaps of what appeared to be ghostly figures. Describing the moment, the ghost hunting crew stumbled upon the stinky ghost Dean told Yorkshire Alive. The team were scrambling up the stairs after a mysterious tall figure when the stench hit them. He said it was a smell about him. One of the investigators said, "Oh, there is an awful smell. They can sense the figure. It's like body odor, like someone who hasn't washed for days." Dean, who has gone more than 20 years of experience in the field, told how he had started off in the hall's blue room when he saw a woman on the side of the bed. He said, "I started off in the bedroom, the blue room, and during the first part of the night, I was taking some photos and saw a woman in the room on the side of the bed." There's also another picture took later through the night about 1:40 a.m. and it's like a face on the right side of the bed of a male coming through. And I thought that's what the mist on the bed is. Dean, who explored the hall with his team last weekend, said the haunted hall is now in his top 20 favorite ghost hunting spots. Okay, now the next article. Now, this article is from a man who's been exposed as a fraud. But because this is a show about just weird stories, I have to cover it. I will let you know that just because I cover a story doesn't mean I believe in it, folks. Okay? So, Uri Geller, and what is the history of Uri Geller? And I'm sure someone's gonna go, he's gonna sue you. Oh, the show barely gets any views, buddy. I don't think I need to worry about that. Uri Geller, what happened was he was this guy who would go on TV back in the 70s and 80s and bend spoons. And what he would do is, I know you're thinking, oh, you mean just like go like this, like like that, and just bend the spoon. And no, he would. What he would do is he could say he was using his mind, and as he would hold the spoon, it would start to bend over, which was really quite a neat trick. But what he would do is, with the spoon, is while he was doing the trick, he would be rubbing it. And so what I think he had all these like trick spoons that had been, worn away by rubbing at them. And so by actually rubbing the thinnest tip, because, with most spoons, at a certain point it gets extremely thin. So he would be rubbing that part, and it would start to bend over or break or something. So he would do all these tricks, and and over the years he's just, I'm sure he made a ton of money at what he did, but he he stays in the UFO community and he does the conspiracy stuff, and he just does like the most silliest shit. Um, so Yuri claims that an alien mass landing is imminent. Oh boy. See, well, when you start to get into like the conspiracy field, like there are what they call as a UFO guy, and the UFO guy is someone who, at first, they do start with something very interesting to say, but the problem is to stay relevant, they have to keep coming on these shows, like Coast to Coast AM and you know, uh, whatever show that's out there. I don't know all the current shows are out there. There's all kinds of new ones all the time. But what he would do is what he does is then he'll come up with a whole new claim, like saying, well, there's like an undersea alien kingdom somewhere, and that'll be his new thing. That's his new book. But then he's become what they call a UFO guy, and he's just come up with new stories all the time. He's an absolute fraud. But okay, this is a very short article. It is not much. The spoonbender in chief believes that a recent discovered neutron star is actually evidence of aliens. Scientists this week had revealed the discovery of a mysterious object situated 4,000 light years out in space that was producing a set of anomalous signals which stopped after just 3 months. They eventually concluded that this was a new class of neutron star known as ultra-long period magnetar. However, Israeli spoonbender Uri Geller isn't convinced by this explanation. Known for his out-there claims and predictions, Geller instead maintains that the signals that they detected were in fact alien chatter, indicative of an imminent invasion. How would he know? It's an imminent invasion. A team mapping radio waves in the universe has discovered something unusual that releases a giant burst of energy 3 times an hour. And it's unlike anything astronomers have seen before, he wrote. No doubt in mind that this is connected to alien intelligence, way superior than ours. Start deciphering their messages. They are preparing for a mass landing soon. I'm sure Yuri's got like a vacation planned or something, so that when this supposed landing doesn't happen, he'll just disappear, and then he'll come back in like 5 years with something new. Exactly. Why he would believe that signals detected 4,000 light years away would be an indication of an impending invasion of Earth, however, remains a complete mystery. Oh boy. Like the comments are great. Like, how sadly he struggles for attention and relevancy. Shut up already, Yuri. Sad man. I wonder how many Yuri threads we'll have on this year, which is Unsolved Mysteries. It's almost like we don't need any at all. Wait, exactly like that. Oh boy. Yep, Yuri Journal the Spoonbender was all the rage back in the day, but it all came to a crashing halt on a TV show. Let's see, yeah, Yuri Journal the Spoonbender was all the rage back in the day, but it all came to a crashing halt on a TV show I watched, The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. At some point in the show, Yuri was brought out and introduced to the audience, who was clearly pro-Yuri. Yuri sat and chatted, which is custom. Then Yuri brought out the 2 spoons. It was used in the spoon bending demonstration. The 2 spoons that Yuri brought were confiscated by Johnny Carson and replaced with 2 spoons that Carson brought with him. Basically these spoons were already, they were already kind of worn and rubbed away at. They were sort of doctored so that when he goes on these shows and he does the trick, it would make the spoon bend, because the metal had basically been worn away by just constantly rubbing. So when he would come out and do the rubbing, the spoon would bend. two spoons Yuri brought were confiscated by Johnny Carson and replaced with two spoons that Carson brought with him. And Carson told Geller that these were the two spoons he could use in the demo. You should have seen the horrified look on Geller's face. Eventually, when Geller realized that he was not going to get his way, he left the stage, reputation smashed into pieces. Talk about irrelevant. I never heard from Yuri Geller again for decades. Okay, let's see, that's all for today. Thank you.